Top 10 Most Expensive Motorcycles in the World. The concept of rebellion that characterized American bikers whom had no limits has been put on the background in this top. Today, we focus on boasting the most luxurious and expensive models of motorcycles from all over the world, which not every mortal can get. Push the pedal to the ground and let's go! Number 10. ECOSSE Titanium Series FETI-XX. It's a model with naked architecture, with part of its mechanics exposed. It has luxurious details and fine finishes such as the leather seat designed by the Italian Berluti and a refined ceramic exhaust pipe. Its structure is made of titanium and aluminum in combination with carbon fiber. All of these materials make it a lightweight and robust motorcycle with a total weight of 440 pounds. The FETI-XX is powered by an aluminum V-twin engine with 225 horsepower. You'll also find carbon fiber in its 17-inch wheels. Only 13 units were manufactured, and one of the first lucky ones to add this model to his private collection was the Hollywood actor Brad Pitt, at a price of $300,000. Number 9. Dodge Tomahawk V10 Superbike. We don't know if you could do it, but we can picture Terminator riding this monstrous aluminum machine. This rarity was presented in 2003 at the North American International Auto Show. It's not suitable for just any road, since the Tomahawk is able to accelerate about 60 miles per hour in approximately 2.5 seconds and, according to its creators, can reach an incredible speed of up to 430 miles per hour. This thanks to the fact that it uses a V10 4-stroke Dodge Viper engine, its capacity of up to 8.3 liters of fuel, and its 500 horsepower, making it ready for a massacre. This creation of the American Dodge automobiles weighs 1,500 pounds and costs $550,000. Number 8. Tamburni T12 Massimo. This motorcycle is the result of a family project. It all started with the vision of the great Italian motorcycle designer Massimo Tamburni. This designer had always dreamed of building the perfect superbike, but budgetary limitations or legal laws did not allow him to make it happen. When he left MV Agusta in December 2008, he began to work secretly on his project. This because he had to abide by a non-compete clause for 3 years. Massimo died in 2014 before being able to complete the project. However, his great dream was not forgotten. His son Andrea was commissioned to finish it in 2016. Only 12 copies of the T12 Massimos went on sale for $1 million each. Thanks to the use of materials such as magnesium, carbon fiber, and aluminum alloy, this motorcycle is one of the lightest cubic centimeter racing bikes created, weighing barely 341 pounds. It also has a BMW S1000 RR engine of first class of 230 horsepower. Number 7. Harley-Davidson BUCHERER Blue Edition. Luxury and extravagance give birth to the most spectacular motorcycle of this top. It was developed in a joint effort by the Swiss BUCHERER, a watchmaking and jewelry company, along with Wunderbike. Many of its components, such as headlights, hand levers, front springs, and shock absorbers, are plated in rose gold. And if that were not enough, it has 360 sparkling diamonds scattered throughout this exquisiteness. You can see them on the handlebar or the fuel tank. Its electrifying blue color makes you drool, and it was created through 6 layers of paint. It has security boxes with a rotating glass dome and LED lighting that you can use to store your luxury jewelry, the kind you like to show off. But if your accessories are outdated, don't you worry. One of the safes in the Harley-Davidson Blue Edition contains a Carl F. Bucherer model watch, and the other, a spectacular ring with a 5.4-carat 6-point diamond from the Bucherer Fine Jewelry Collection. The creation of this Bucherer Blue Edition took a full year of work for the team of both companies. As a base, they used a Harley Softail Slim S, to which they added unique metal pieces produced, welded, and polished by hand. With its V-twin engine that pumps 100 horsepower, it can reach 117 miles per hour. This unique bike is valued at $1.9 million. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Cosmic Starship. It definitely looks like it belongs on another planet. The concept for this motorcycle was created by Robert Starr from Starr Global International, together with Harley-Davidson. But the one in charge of bringing to life its yellow and orange colors was the controversial artist Jack Armstrong. Jack used a Harley-Davidson V-Rod as a canvas to capture his very unique artistic style. This was a project carried out in 6 months, with acrylic paint and 37 layers of transparent cover were used. The Cosmic Starship was presented at Bartles in Marina del Rey, California during a red carpet event in 2010 and soon became world famous. This motorcycle that's one of a kind was originally worth $1 million, although it is known that in 2012 it was sold privately for $3 million. Number 5. BMS NEHME-SIS. The next motorcycle looks like it's right out of a terror lab after experimenting with the weirdest creatures. It even has nails or something. The first thing you'll notice about BMS NEHME-SIS is the yellow shine, which is not just yellow paint, it's 24-karat gold cover. This motorcycle gained prestige when presented at the Rat's Hole show in Daytona, and despite its bizarre design, it's fully functional. This was demonstrated by its maker, the owner of Broward Motorsports and BMS Choppers, Sam NEHME, when he competed against other American machines in the prestigious Super Radical category of the Whole Rats. At the back, it has an extraordinary tire of 14 inches. In addition, it has a set of LED rear lights and on the brake. The NEHME-SIS was made in a record time of 6 months thanks to the passion of its creators. Its price is just as incredible as its appearance. It's not valued at 1 nor 2, but at $3 million. As we have just seen in number 6, the Harley-Davidson Cosmic Starship was sold in 2012 at the same price. However, while the Cosmic Starship increased its price over time, the NEHME-SIS was valued from the start at this staggering figure. For this, and for its magnificence, the BMS NEHME-SIS is left with the 5th place in this top. Number 4. HILDEBRAND and WOLFMULLER. No clutch or pedal, that's right. This is the first production motorcycle in the world. It was developed by brothers Heinrich and Wilhelm Hildebrand along with Alois Wolfmuller in 1894. After being patented, mass production began in a factory in Munich. It had a 2-cylinder, 1,489 cubic centimeter 4-stroke engines and a water cooling system. It could only go as fast as 28 miles per hour, but by the time it was out in the streets, it was an amazing machine. Approximately 2,000 copies of this motorcycle were built until 1919 after the First World War. The Hildebrand and Wolfmuller had a high initial sale price, but it definitely doesn't compare to the price that this historic motorcycle currently has, since it's valued at $3.5 million. Today, some units are in the German two-wheeler and NSU Museum in Neckarsulm, Germany, the Science Museum in London, the Henry Ford Museum in Detroit, Michigan, among others. Number 3. ECOSSE ES1 Spirit. In the 3rd place comes one of the most aerodynamic motorcycles. Although it was presented at the end of 2007, it is still one of the most expensive bikes out there. For its creation, engineers and designers thought of a motorcycle that best meets all the principles and knowledge of aerodynamics. In addition, it was thought of as a machine that allows for a perfect coupling with the pilot. Its design allows the driver to flex and put the knees close to his body for greater ergonomics and control. The system of this motorcycle is so complex and advanced that for its use, the maker recommended the rider to train at least 2 weeks before trying to ride this model. This is not a traditional machine. It does not have a chassis frame, weighs 265 pounds, and reaches the speed of 230 miles per hour. In addition, its materials are lighter and more resistant. This motorcycle has a unique front and rear carbon fiber suspension. Its spectacular price is $3.6 million. Number 2. AJS E90 Porcupine. This motorcycle went down in history and left a mark that's hard to erase. Above all, it's amazing for the $7 million it would cost to acquire it. The E90 AJS Porcupine was created in 1947 as a racing bike by the British company Associated Motorcycles. It has transcended in time as the only two-cylinder motorcycle to win the FIM Road Racing World Championship Grand Prix of the year 1949. Under the guidance of biker Leslie Graham, this model surpassed all its competitors in the 500 cubic centimeters categories. You wonder why it bears the name of a rodent that's spine is covered with thorns? Is it because of the video game character Sonic the Hedgehog's speed? As it turns out, in fact, the cooling fins of the cylinder head were pointed, so it was named Porcupine. It is known that the only survivor of the 8 that were built to compete on the racetracks for 8 years is owned by Sammy Miller. He is an 83-year-old British Grand Prix driver, former trial champion, and owner of one of the most complete motorcycle museums in the world, the Sammy Miller Museum. Number 1. NEIMAN-SIS Limited Edition Fighter. This motorcycle seems to be out of a futuristic dream and looks like an android. It has an air-cooled V-twin engine. For the single-piece chassis, the latest in titanium, aluminum, and carbon fiber was used. This machine is capable of reaching 190 miles per hour and is the creation of the famous American department store NEIMAN-SIS, which was associated with Confederate motorcycles with the idea of making a special edition line of motorcycles. This limited edition was released in 2008 and is reluctant to leave the throne of the most expensive bicycles. The production was limited to 45 units, having a launch price of $110,000. But one of the last was auctioned at $11 million. No other bikes have been able to defeat it for that price. It seems that it's becoming easier to make motorized dreams come true. What would your ideal motorcycle look like? Tell us every detail, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to receive the latest content.